Tonight, we tackle a very serious issue facing the African American community. Single, successful black women. Labels like strong and independent can be a liability when it comes to finding a husband.
You don't ever think about getting married?
Independent women don't need a man to rely on.
I have a new landscaper for you. He's a real hard worker.
Oh my God.
I'm finished for the day.
You can't go home like that. Come take a shower.
Mademoiselle?
Jesus. I think I should go check on your clothes. I've got a naked man inside my house and I've had a few to drink. Give me strength.
So that was a short snippet from Everything But a Man. All right, this movie is good, very good, but it's not a movie with a unique story, right? If you watch this movie, you agree with me that you've seen movies with similar story, right? I'm sure you'll have seen a movie, at least one. You'll have seen one movie with a similar story. The only thing though is that this particular movie, Everything But a Man, ends in a slightly different way from every other movie with a similar story. That's the only difference, right? So the movie here is about a lady, a career lady or career woman, however you like to call them, right, who believes that she can have everything, who believes that she wants every good thing in life but a man. That's it. She believes that she wants everything, she deserves everything in life, everything good in life but a man. She believes she can be a man and she can be a woman, so because of that she doesn't need a man. All right, so because of that, when men try to come closer to her, they kind of want to run away. Right, because one minute she's behaving like a woman, she's behaving soft, she's behaving emotional, she's behaving the way a woman would behave, and then the other time she's behaving like a man. She wants to be the one who is manly, right, in the relationship. So it kind of puts the men that try to approach her in a very confusing situation, and they most time just run away, right? So that's majorly what the movie is about. So it's a career lady who believes that she wants everything. She can be anything. She can be a man. She can be a woman. So because of that, she doesn't need a man, maybe. But inside her is still a lady who is seeking love, actually, right? And that's why it's a bit more confusing, right? That's why meeting her, coming close to her for men, it's just a bit confusing for them, because inside her is a lady who kind of wants love. But at the end of the day, when a man comes close to her, she chases them away, because one minute she's acting like a woman, another minute she wants to be the man, right? She just wants to be the man. She wants to be she just wants to take the role of a man. Do you understand? So that's it. And so she had few bad relationships until she met someone, right, in a very awkward way. So the man that works for a man that works for her, that helps her with her house, should I say house chores now, but works like pipes, working on toilets and things like that. That man had issues and could not come to work, and then referred her to someone else, a young guy who was supposed to be working for her. This is a career lady, someone she's big, she's a lawyer, right? I didn't mention that from the beginning. She's a lawyer, big in her career, huge career, right? And and now she's meeting a young guy who is who she thinks is African, but the guy wasn't African. The guy was from Haiti, right? And that's where the twist came in, right? So she fell in love with this guy. The guy was someone who was just a nobody, right? And she fell in love with him, and she felt that she could actually build a relationship with him, right? But unknowing to her, the guy was married, or is married. The guy has a wife and kids in Haiti before coming to America. Now the guy is not scum. Don't get it wrong, right? The guy is not scum. What happens is that the guy's culture in Haiti, I don't know, I'm not from Haiti, but then there's still a few African culture that goes in line with this, right? Anyways, but from the guy's culture, you can have a wife, like you can marry two women, basically, right? You can marry two women. You can have a wife and still marry someone else. You can be polygamous, basically, right? So she never asked if the guy was married, right? She just fell in love with him, and then the relationship started. But the guy left Haiti because there was an earthquake in Haiti many years back, and I think his brother died. Yeah, his brother died. His parents died, and then he left Haiti for America, right? And then he settled in America, and he didn't want to go back to Haiti without anything, so he started doing every kind of job, right? Even his stay permit got expired, and then he was in America illegally, right? And then he stayed there, basically. So it wasn't like girl was come. She didn't ask if he was married. Anyways, I feel like being married is something that they don't need to ask you. You just need to say it. But anyways, let's just leave that aside. All right. So, but maybe because of the guy's culture, he said his culture. He has a culture that even if I'm married, I can still fall in love with another lady, and it's not against my culture. I can marry someone else. I can marry another lady. Maybe that's why the guy didn't say anything, right? So she felt like she has seen someone. She has met the one, and then she brought him into her home because the guy wasn't sleeping in a good place. She brought him to her home, did everything for him, clothed him, just rebranded him basically, and she even wanted to do much more for him. And then she found out that Mr. Man has a wife and 2 kids in Haiti. So of course she was mad, she was crazy, and then the guy had to tell her that, hey, you didn't ask me I was married. You didn't ask if I was married. Alright, that's why I didn't say anything. That's why I didn't tell you I was married. Alright, and then he also told her his culture, that my culture allows me to marry more than one woman. Alright, and then that was when the whole thing went sideways, kind of. That was the twist to the story, because a story like this, you probably think that, oh, the lady met a guy and then finally fell in love, even if the guy is below her class, and then finally fell in love with the guy, and then they live happily ever after. But this one didn't end that way, right? So she found out the guy was married, and then they had to travel to Haiti, right? So yeah. When she found out he was married, then he told her his story, that there was an earthquake in Haiti. That was why he came to America, and then he's been living in America illegally. So he's scared of the police and all that, right? And then she told him that she proposed to him. Of course, she got mad at first. She chased him out of her house at first, and then she brought him back later. She forgave him later, and then brought him back. And then she told him that she can help him get his green card, right? She said she was going to get married to him on paper, because to her, knowing that he has a wife, she can't continue the relationship with him. So she told him that she's just going to help him get legal, right? Get a green card by marrying him on paper, right? And then when he gets the green card, then they have to cut off their relationship. So she helped him. She did that for him. She helped him get the green card. The guy was happy. He had to take her to Haiti to go and meet his wife, because she's done so much for him. So going to his wife, at first she wanted to actually settle to be with him, but going back home to, you know that thing now, as a lady, you're now meeting his wife and kids. So she just felt like she couldn't do that anymore. Like she can't continue the relationship with the guy. So but like the good thing about this movie is that at the end of the day, going to Haiti for her was able to change her perception about how she should view men, basically. Because this was a lady that she believes that her career is everything, her work is everything. There's nothing a man can do for her. There's nothing a man can get for her. There's nothing, like, she doesn't need a man, basically, right? But going to Haiti changed so many perspectives about her. And she had a PA. She had a PA that she was telling that one that a female PA, she was telling them that she doesn't need a man, don't want her to get married, but she kept feeding her with information that you don't need a man, no man can do this for you, only your work, just focus on your career and things like that. So she went to Haiti, and then she had a completely different mindset about how she should relate with men, right? And the reason why I said this movie didn't end the way a normal movie of this nature will end is because she didn't get to marry him. So there was no happy ever after. They separated, and the movie didn't say that she got married, but the movie just made us understand that her perception about men has changed, right? And then she's now looking for someone that will love her, and then she'll be the best the best girlfriend or the best fiance to the guy, right? So that's what makes this movie a bit different, but it's not a unique story, basically. But you can still watch it. It's a very good movie, right? If you're someone like this too, if you know people like this, people that have that kind of mindset that they don't need a man, I think this movie will teach them a great lesson, right? So yeah, it's a good movie, right? And overall, I think I would give the movie a 7/10, probably because of the acting, because of every other thing aside the story, right? The story in a way, because it ended in a way that was different, right? So the story in a way, but the story wasn't that unique. So I give it a 7/10 because of the acting, because of the production and other things aside just the story, right? So I think it's a movie you should watch. Everything But a Man is a movie you should watch. I recommend. Thank you. Bye.